Kia ora. While our primary outreaching goal as leaders is to build an authentic outreaching culture, it remains that we apply this through running programs, and running a good program takes skill. So here are 3 key ingredients for an effective outreaching program.
Number 1, a great welcome. People matter. And no matter how creative or professional a program might be, if people aren't made to feel cared for in the midst of it, it's unlikely that you impact lives or see them come back again. While we all want big numbers, a person must never be made to feel like just a number in a crowd that doesn't care. And this care is communicated in lots of different ways.
The setup of the venue is a starting point. Maybe you have background music playing, some things for people to do, and food out. What's important is that all of this is prepared before the first person arrives, because from that moment onwards, everyone involved should be ready to give their full attention to personally welcoming people.
Also, nothing beats a personal welcome, and it's even better when you remember their name. If you can train your youth in this also, they can help the new friends who others have invited to feel welcome, so that even within the mess of a crowd, every individual is genuinely being cared for.
Next, when you start your program, it's important to let your guests know at the start of your event what is coming up later, especially so if they are not Christian and you're going to be talking about Christian things. This is because the last thing you want is for them to feel that you've somehow tricked them into this place that they're being preached at, like a target. While we should never be ashamed of talking about our faith, letting people know what's coming up is about respect and courtesy, and our failure to help new people feel safe like this can be the reason they leave.
One important part of every event is to start with a prayer. Even if your event is almost entirely social, I'd encourage that a simple prayer or karakia at the beginning helps to remind everyone that this is a church group, and this helps to bring God into the picture of everything else that happens too.
And finally, regarding the welcome, imagine if you have an MC running some upfront games. Remember, the role of the MC isn't to make themselves look good, it's to make everyone else look good. When we're starting out in upfront roles, some of us maybe try too hard to be funny or enthusiastic, when in reality the program would flow better if our full enthusiasm were channeled into getting youth involved and letting them become the focus of attention. These are all things that you can do that will help a program feel welcoming.
The second key to a great outreaching program is a great program. A program needs to be fun, connecting with the shared interests of your youth and their friends, with any games explained very well and simply, not at length, and with every opportunity for the youth's involvement being maximised to the full. To achieve this, there is one all-important word, and it is preparation.
But having prepared, there is a second key word, or 2 words, and they are a fun attitude. If you have a fun attitude, that will come across in what you're doing. If you really care about people, that will come across in the way you say things. And so once the program is going, laugh at your mistakes instead of being bothered by them. Notice people's little successes so that you can applaud them. And in fact, applaud every good effort. Because if all your leaders are doing this, even if the program suffers from some terrible organisational disaster, people will still have felt cared for and have had fun and will want to come back. Which leads us to our final component, which is
a compelling call to action. What do you want to achieve as a result of this program? Maybe you just want to invite them to come back next week or to promote attendance at a camp. Or maybe you want to share a small thought or the gospel message with a response opportunity. In all cases, know what you want to get across and think through how it will work. Where and how do they respond or sign up for the camp? Because when we fail in this part of the program, we are sometimes undermining the very purpose for which the program exists.
In closing, a great outreaching program needs a great welcome,
a great program,
and a compelling call to action.
And the only true mistake we'll ever make is one we don't learn from.
So, look to God,
do your best,
and go see all that God can do.